G'day and welcome back to the channel and episode vlog video number 2 with a great response from the first video. I had thought I better waste no time and crack straight back into another one. So today we're going to talk about what's this thing behind me. A lot of you have somewhat guessed what it is, which is pretty easy for you Holden enthusiasts. But yeah, we're going to talk about what it is, what I've bought, why I've bought it, and run you through what it's going to be. Yeah, it's going to be a big part of the channel, put it that way. So yeah, stick around and I'll tell you all about it. But this wasn't the most straightforward purchase. I bought this car about 5 months ago, but I've only just recently picked it up. That's because it actually ended up in the small claims court, the disputes tribunal court thing that we have over in NZ. So what actually happened is the car was listed on Trade Me through a classified listing. I had this car on my watch list for about a week and I had hummed and hawed about buying it, and then I called the dude up and we talked on the phone for a bit, and then yeah, we came to a price agreement, which I'm going to be open about. It was $23,000, and then yeah, so I accepted what he wanted for it. We exchanged, I guess, account details, I paid the deposit, and then yeah, arranged to collect it on the following day. So yeah, this was a Trade Me listing, classified, and he didn't remove it from Trade Me after I had paid the deposit. So yeah, there's this thing on Trade Me called make an offer. So you have your listing price, and then below it there's a little button you can click saying make an offer. So somebody had clicked make an offer the same day that I had spoken to this guy on the phone. The seller had told him the same price that he had told me, 23 grand. And then obviously, yeah, he spoke to me a bit later on in the day and sold the vehicle to me. But later that same day, the other person had accepted the $23,000 offer via a click of a button saying, yes, I accept what you've offered it to me for. So yeah, essentially this guy off Trade Me thinks that he's bought it, and then I also think that I've bought it. So the seller's in a bit of a pickle. He has essentially sold his car twice. I had a good case because I contacted him, paid a deposit, we had a written agreement just via text messages and that sort of thing. But this other guy also had a valid kind of argument that he had purchased a car through Trade Me and was bound by their rules. So yeah, we went back and forwards with emails for the last kind of 6 or so weeks, and then it came down to hey, no one's budging here, let's just take it to the small claims court, the disputes tribunal, and just have a middleman, a referee, just to say, hey, your case, blah blah blah, is better off, you should get the car, or no, I think you had the better case and you should get the car, and then we just go our separate ways. So we waited about, I think it was about 8 weeks for our case to come up. And how that works is you pretty much send your email with your list of evidence. Seller sells his list of evidence and whatnot, and so does this third buyer, no, the second buyer, sorry. And then yeah, this referee person looks at all the evidence, and then they actually phone everybody on the day of this case or matter, and then yeah, they discuss what's what and who they think should get the car, and then decision made, and that's final. So we were all waiting for this phone call in January, but that never actually happened. So we contacted the disputes people and they said, no, we tried to call you all and nobody answered, but yeah, that never happened. Nobody had a missed call or anything. So the next step was to do a re-hearing, which again was another 6-week wait and that sort of jazz. So I called the seller, said, look, this is just a big balls up, it sounds like they've screwed up, what do you want to do? And then he said, we're just going to have to run through what we've done already and just wait the 6 weeks again. And I said, okay, sweet as. So then yeah, I think he contacted the purchaser and said, hey man, this is what's happened, we'll go through this whole process again, blah blah blah. And then I think at that point in time this guy has gone, screw it, I can't be asked with it anymore, just give it to me. So yeah, after about an hour I received a phone call from the seller and he goes, the car's yours. And I was just like, ah, okay, sweet. Here's the rest of your money. And then I arranged to pick it up the next day. So yeah, bit of a mission, but I've only just recently picked it up. I've done nothing to it. I have pulled it off the trailer, drove it in the shed and parked it up. But I'm eager to get into it. I want to test this thing out, and yeah, see what it can do, sort of thing. Now, of course, it's got a flat battery, so we'll just chuck some leads on her and see if she's gonna go. So there you have it. Yes, it was a VK Commodore. A lot of you had got it right, so well done. Excuse the outfit change. I had recorded this inside, but rookie move, I hadn't pressed record yet, so that's why I'm redoing it on a separate day. But yes, here we have it, the VK Commodore. Brocky tribute, I guess you would call it. Not the nicest blue or the correct blue, but it is blue and it looks the part. It does have the Group A kit, so that's a big bonus. So yes, this is my dedicated burnout car, or Summonat's car. It is my party car. It was purchased on the basis of that it was going to get a hiding. Yeah, dedicated burnout car, none other than that. The body is de-regged. It's never going to go back on the road, so burnout car. I own a burnout car. I'm going to give burnouts a crack. So yeah, super excited. Looking forward to, yeah, obviously trying a new hobby and meeting lots of people and traveling new places and that sort of jazz. It was a purchase that was kind of done, I don't know what you call it, but it had a bit of a backup plan, you know, so all the running gear is great, motor, box, diff, wheels, and all that sort of thing. So if I didn't like burnouts, which I find it hard that I'm not going to like burnouts because I love burnouts, at least I have a backup plan. I can still build myself a 6th Street car, Walkinshaw, or a VK, or another VL, but yeah, so it was bought with a plan B in mind. It does have a lot of good stuff on it. For example, the twin Holly carbs, along with the Holly high-rise manifold, and you can't beat that look of the carbs sticking out the hood. I do dig it. Got the Willwood brake upgrade master there. The electric water pump. Bit of a bonus having that, along with the Davies Craig control panel down there, and it's got the old twin fan Phoenix radiator setup. But other than what I can see, that is it. Yeah, like I say, she's a bit smoky, whether she's over fueling or she's letting a bit of oil pass, I'm not too sure, but yeah, it still runs and drives pretty well. It's got the little Astra power steering pump down there. So yeah, that's the engine. Now this body is never going to see the road again. It is pretty shot. She's got rust holes and whatnot everywhere. But yeah, it looks good from a distance. And being a burnout car, I don't really care too much of the body, as long as it looks the part, and I guess it holds the motor, diff and box. And obviously suits me down to a T. Right, moving into these wheels. So they are genuine Simmons rims. These are just the one-piece wheels. And it's got some big dog brakes in behind there. I'm not too sure what they're off, but maybe VZ, Club Sport or something like that. And then yeah, down the back, she has the 3-piece Simmons. Similar to what's on the red VL. Slightly smaller outer lip, but for the most part, very similar. And then yeah, got the Woolwoods in behind there. Yeah, sick rims really. Now she is a manual. There's 3 pedals down there. It's got the T56. So yeah, it'll be interesting doing burnouts with a manual, because from what I've learnt recently, everything is auto in the burnout world. So yeah, maybe something to consider down the track is, I'd hate to say it, but I may need to do a auto swap on a manual V8 car. Sounds very funny to me, but that may be the case. Now she's got the big dog diff in there, the Ford 9-inch, 31 spline axle, so I've been told. Nothing fancy in the boot, just a battery and a whole lot of rust. But hey, she's a burnout car. So essentially, I don't want to do anything with it. I just want to take it to a skid pad and just give it a go and just figure it out from there. I'm very new to this, so don't know what to expect. I don't know if this setup is going to work, all that sort of thing. Having no history on the car, it's just going to be what it's going to be. So yeah, let's get it in the shed. I'm going to give it a service. I'm going to drain the tank out, get her up and running again, and then yeah, I might even give her a couple of twirly whirlies on the driveway here. And yes, I will be wetting the driveway because I'm still very house proud. I don't want to go and just have marks all over my driveway. So yeah, I'm going to be wetting my driveway. See the marks from the chaser, they're not too bad, but yeah, I don't want to go and ruin my driveway just yet. She's a bit smoky in here, but checking up on the hoist, and I'm gonna dump this oil and just see what that's looking like, because yeah, I've got a funny feeling it's gonna be manky as shit. Because like I say, I have no history on this motor, but yeah, she's a bit smoky once she gets warmed up, so I'm gonna put a slightly thicker oil in it and just see if that helps. And yeah, it is what it is, I guess. This is actually the first time I've had it on the hoist, so just gonna have a little nosy. So yeah, the old Ford 9-inch. I was just told it has a true track and it's 31 spline, but it's pretty believable, so I'm gonna run with that. Got the Flowmaster exhausts. See, dumping at the diff. Got the old H-pipe. That's why it sounds so kind of old school. I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the Castlemaine conversion kit, because they come with the stainless headers from factory, or as part of the kit. T56, as you can see, and that's it. It's just big brakes. Not sure what they're off, but they're definitely a good size. There's the adapter plate there. It's got a monster sway bar in it. What else? King springs. Oh yeah, this was this little line locker device. I haven't quite tried it yet, but we will get there one day. Fresh bushes in there, which is good. Oh, I've got the old adjustable, what are they called, trailing arm upper mounts. But yeah, this is what I mean about this fuel tank setup. Just how that's a bit dodgy. And the fuel tank right there, so if I was to pop a tyre, I don't want that getting ripped off from the belts in the tyre. Adjustable panhard. Yeah, there's your Willwoods. But yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Oh, look at that. Some airflow. Bit of airflow. There's been a bit of a patch there. Nice. But yeah, I'm going to drop the oil in this and probably just maybe just check the diff oil. I might drop that as well, but that's a bit more of a major to do, so I may just leave it. And yeah, just give her the basic oil and filter. See what this oil looks like when it comes out. I might cut this filter open and see what's in there. She is black. Holy. It's got the old magnetic sump plug. Looks pretty good. We'll shove the old bung back in the hole. And dump this filter as well. Right, see how strong I am. Oh, fucking dog. Not that strong. Oh yeah. Nice. And if you stock your own stuff, for me, all I need is LS and JZ filters. I think they're like 14 odd bucks. Z160, going right there. Bang one of those in, and that's your service done. Oh, I forgot the crucial part. Make sure you fucking lube up your ring there. I never do. I just stick them on. Now, I'm pretty keen to drain this fuel tank, and I guess the only thing I can really do is just see if it comes out of that little bunged off pipe there. If not, I'll just have to crack where the fuel pump goes and just let it drip into a bucket. Because yeah, I'm pretty sure this fuel is pretty old. Yeah, I might just do that. Stand by. Oh, this looks sketchy. Hold fire. Right, bit of a reposition there, just hopefully catch this fuel. Oh. Ta-da. Oh, hang on a second. Alright, that got a bit out of hand, but the fuel tank is now empty. I'm about 30 rags less than what I had before. But I'm going to shoot down the road while it's still daylight, get some fresh 98, put some oil in the car, get the car down off the hoist, and then fire it back up again. I've actually just noticed one last thing before I get it off the hoist, and that is these springs up here. Now this is quite rare to me. You see that? It's called a captive spring. And I'm sure a lot of you are guilty of it as well. We're all too eager to choppity chop the old springs down, and we forget about the shocks. So to, yeah, have a car in my garage with captive springs is quite a rare thing, so quite proud of that one. Sweet, so this oil is what I use in my drift car as well. I think it can handle a bit of temp. It is slightly thicker than what they recommend that goes in LS, but being, I think she's a bit tired and a bit beaten, we're going to use a slightly thicker oil. 10W50, so it's a titanium racing royal oil. I think it's from Australia. .com.au. I've used it the whole time I've had my drift car. This is all I use and all I have used, and it's been mint. So yeah, thought I'll chuck it in the LS, and hopefully she enjoys having a bit of titanium racing power. When you're doing a service on the LS1, it takes about 5.5 litres to fill back up, but I'm just going to start with 5 and then check the dipstick and add as required. Simple maths for your Kiwis, it's just 2.5 tip-top tubs. I'm going to be transferring from the big dog into these, and then I'll be checking my dipstick at 5 litres, making sure she's at the right level, and then I'll just be adding as required. So it's just hitting on this lower control arm right there. There is a company that makes like a tubular style of this, so I may need to look at getting one of those to keep the wheels well tucked into the guards. But for now, I've got these 50mm big dog spacers I'll bang on. Now that is just naughty. Alright, that's the end. Thanks for watching once again. Please, if you have any tips or tricks or any advice for me on my burnout journey, please put them in the comments. I'm eager to learn and eager to hear. I'll leave you with a little skid. See you on the next one. Yeah, that got the heart racing. But yeah, that was my first skid. Obviously you can tell from my smile how stoked I am just from that little one. But I think she's gonna need a bit of a tune up before I take it out. So yeah, like I said, throw us your comments, let us know your thoughts. Once again, see you on the next one. Bye.